Hello, welcome back to Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. I'm indoors today. As you can see, I'm creating another recipe. I really like this recipe. To say I like this recipe is putting it very mildly, and I love this recipe. So this is my seafood pasta salad. I'm going to try and I've prepared most of it, and I'm going to talk you through it. What I have done, the base ingredient right here is tricolor rotini. I prefer the Ronzoni. It's more colorful. When I went to Wally World yesterday, this is what they had, so that's what I grabbed. But there's a lot of ingredients that I put in this recipe that gives it a lot of, as Emeril Lagasse would say, bam! So we're going to try and put some bam into this recipe, and I'm going to talk to you about what we have here. So obviously we have this tricolor rotini. Not a whole lot of contrast in that one, so to me, it doesn't even look tricolor, to be honest with you. I have some frozen salad shrimp. I thawed out. I have some black olives. I have thawed out some seafood seasoning mix. I used some of this yesterday's recipe. This has onions, red peppers, green peppers. It may even have a bit of celery in there. I think it does. I've already diced up some celery. Rather than stringing it, I just peeled it, peeled it off. God, better be careful. I might cut my hand off there. I have cucumber. I have these tomatoes were, what do they call these things? Cherubs. It's like a aroma tomato type thing. I pulled out the small ones. I cut them in half. I have some shredded carrots, and I just shredded them a little more finely because they're a little bit too long for my taste. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. We're going to start, first of all, I'm going to put, there's one more thing I forgot to tell you that's going to go into this recipe. This is imitation crab meat. It's made from surimi, and we're going to, once we get all this, we're going to dice that up. We're going to add it to the seafood pasta salad. A little brain dead there for a minute. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put some of this shrimp in here. Then I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit. The other big challenge, most of this recipe was not too difficult for me to prepare. But I'm going to add a little more. I paid for it, might as well use it. So I just don't want to overfill this bowl because I have the other ingredients that need to go into that. So we have a real good amount of the shrimp in there. We're going to put some black olives in here. These are sliced black olives. Some people don't like black olives. I love black olives. So if you're making this for yourself, obviously you can pick and choose your ingredients. But I'm going to tell you, once I get this, let me get a little more in there. That adds a little bit of color, and which helps your presentation. You could do something like this if you want to do an unusual dish at Thanksgiving or Christmas. I recommend this one. It is really, if I can do it, you can do it. It's idiot proof almost. The hardest part was for me to, I'm using all the black olives, so now we know. So that's going to give it a lot of contrast. Once the red tomatoes get in there, it's really going to pop. And then the carrots and stuff like that. So that's what she looks like currently. So now we're going to try and transfer this stuff into here without me making a big old mess. So let me see if I can do this. put the cutting board over the edge. I'm going to use the back side, it's more flat. Let me concentrate and I'll get back to talking here in a minute. All these ingredients really pop well together. I just realized there's 2 ingredients I forgot to tell you about. I will be talking about that here shortly. It's just me here, so I'm going to use my hands. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to try and find a way to mix these up just a little bit. All right, now it's starting to look, I like meals with substance, you know, believe it or not. I can eat those salads with, you know, roughage and stuff like that. They don't sit too well with me, but this is starting to look fabulous. I mean, with a capital F. So that's looking really good. Now what we're going to do, which I almost forgot to do, we're going to add this seasoning mix. Whoops, that came out in a clump. We didn't want that to happen. So we're going to have to do that, and we're going to mix it up. So the 2 ingredients I haven't introduced yet, I'm sorry I'm looking down, I'm trying to stay focused. You know, I'm not in my home, I'm at the Red Roof Inn, so trying to be respectful and not make a mess here. All right, so it's looking really good now. So the 2 ingredients are Old Bay seasoning. Actually, 3, 4 if you want to include the salt and pepper here. What we're going to do here is, you don't need much salt because this seafood is a little bit of pepper. I don't like a whole lot of pepper. Then we're going to put the Old Bay in here. Actually, I probably should have put this next ingredient after the Old Bay. I should have put that in first, but it's all going to work out because I'm going to stir it really well. So this is the key ingredient right here. Kraft Zesty Italian. I feel a sneeze coming on. Ooh, excuse me. I usually sneeze twice, so don't be surprised if another one's coming. All right, so I've had this cold. I'm going to shake it up a little bit better. This was in the fridge. This fridge is really cold here in this room, so everything kind of freezes. I was going to do something I've never done before, but I'll tell you that in a minute. So we're going to sprinkle this on here, and what's going to happen is we're going to let this rest in the refrigerator. The freezerator is probably what I should call it. Matter of fact, I don't know, I may just put this, it'd probably do better in my cooler, to be honest with you, on ice. So we're just going to mix this up, and I'm telling you, this is so stinking good. You can, oh yeah, helps if I had the crab meat. You're probably all yelling at me, don't forget the crab meat. I'm getting there. All right, we got this going on. You can use real crab meat, but then you're looking at $60, $70 salad. You know, maybe you can do that at Christmas or something, but I can't do that here at the Red Roof Inn. So as is, this is probably, with me buying all the ingredients, already, I don't know, well over $20. Well, yeah, probably closer to 30. So we're going to bust these out. We're going to chop these up. And real crab meat is going to give it a different taste. It's going to be more salty, I guess you could say. This is a sweeter flavor, but with the shrimp, it's like a really good mix. Some people don't like imitation crab meat. I don't have a problem with it. It tastes really good in this recipe. Let me get a little bit more. You know, when I eat that, ooh, I get addicted to those things. You know, I've got a friend in Utah who does not like seafood. So I uninvited him to Florida. If you can't hang with the big boys, just go in the other room, play with your dolls, because it's Florida. That's what we do. Alligators, snakes, spiders, seafood, hurricanes. All right, so I think we're doing pretty good here. I actually have enough. I have some more of this tricolor rotini. So we're gonna just mix this up. This is looking really good. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna let this chill. It's gonna absorb it, all the zesty Italian's gonna be absorbed into that rotini. And it's gonna be the bomb. I mean, it's really good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna put a little more of this zesty Italian, and listen to me, I'm gonna give you some advice here. You gotta use Kraft Zesty Italian. Don't go cheap and get that cheap bargain discount Italian dressing. It just doesn't taste the same. It's really insult to the recipe. So here we go. A little more Old Bay. Couldn't find the New Bay, but Old Bay's been reliable. All right. So here we go. Mixy, mixy. It may be hard for you to see this, so I'm going to come around there, show you what it looks like, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to do a live today around 4:30 or 5 Central Time, and I'm going to sit down and talk to you guys about what's going on and introduce this salad. Let me get over here and show it to you. That's what she looks like, my friends. That's my seafood pasta salad. Like I said, you can use real crab meat. If you want to go like a cheaper type of crab meat, but it's real, like you can use like blue crab claw meat, or if you get the lump crab meat, it's going to be really expensive. But this is really good. You're going to like it, and I love it. So thanks for watching today. If you want to subscribe, share any of those good things that people do, you know, they talk about and beg and barter. I'm open for it. You know, I also have memberships on the channel. If you want to be a part of the exclusive G Money Club right now, I had some difficulties a while back. I'm back in the game. I'm back in the saddle. So if you want to be a member, hit me up. Look at my page. I have a member right now who's getting a lot of contact. You know, he's getting a lot of stuff that most people aren't getting. So there's different things that are going to be happening in the future. But appreciate you tuning in to Jailbait and Tackle outdoors, indoors at the Red Roof Inn. If you watched another Red Roof recipe, thank you. Peace out. Remember, let culinary creations soothe your soul.